A very good morning to all of you. Today we are at the last day of a 1 week long e-workshop on open source learning management system for online teaching. This has been a long program. I hope you are very curious enough to attend this session as well, like the previous ones. And today our speaker is Dr. Nimai Chand Saha. He is our Honorable Librarian of Visva-Bharati, and he is, apart from, I mean, you heard him as in other capacity in this workshop, but he is very close to us personally, to me as well. But apart from his personal involvement in this particular workshop, I will talk about let me the customer or customary. So he is basically presently a library in Visva-Bharati, and he has published 9 books from international publishers and attended more than 100 seminars, conference, and things like that. He's interested in the areas of library administration, ICT's application in library, human resource management, human resource development, open source resources, users learner program, etc. He is editor of International Journal of Library and Information Science, and he has achieved many awards in his career, like Lifetime Achievements Award from IRDP Group of Journals, Chennai, Universal Achievers Gold Medal Award 2015 from Universal Achievers Foundation, New Delhi. He received a special award from other groups as well, and many things we can talk on his professional development and stuff like that. So I don't want to elaborate this particular introduction anymore, but I can tell you one thing regarding this particular man is that whenever I proposed him regarding this particular workshop, he momentarily agreed to arrange this for all of us. So that's how he encourages everything in every occasions. Whenever I reach to him, it may be regarding to one journal issue or something like that. He never says no. He always says, okay, it will be done, it can be done. So that's the attitude he has. So he is always very active, and we get always much encouragement from him. I hope you would also learn many things from him as well. And this session will be another nice session of this particular workshop. And thank you very much for joining with us. Now I would like to um, give the session to Nimaida. Over to you, Nimaida.
So, thank you, Tirthankarda, for a nice introduction. Though actually I don't like to have any introduction, but yes, definitely from your side or from organizer side, this is a part of customary to introduce the speaker. So as a part of that, whatever you've done, I'm fully agreed, and also welcome you and congratulate you for your nice and precise introduction about me. And may I now request our host, Sri Sujit Kujur, to allow me to share my screen. Uh, yeah. Hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, it's coming. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So now let me take formal entry inside the session. See, as far as our week-long this workshop on using open source learning management systems for online teaching, out of 10 technical session, including 2 hands-on session, this is the 8th session and last session And I am really grateful to the organizers in general and Professor Sudhanshu Shekhar Maiti in particular to give me a chance as a speaker to share my views about the discovering open access resources for online teaching learning. See, last couple of days, technically, technologically, you have heard a lot about insight of online teaching learning with special emphasis on open source solution. So I don't want to take entry in the inertia of technical online teaching learning parts. But during the last 7 sessions, my learned participants, they have lots of questions on several aspects which may not directly related with the online teaching learning, but without having the basic knowledge or concept or idea on the different aspects, it's very, very difficult to live on online teaching learning mode. Considering that thing, just I am customizing my presentation by incorporating some agenda which perhaps not directly related with the title captioned by me for submission, that is using open, that is discovering open access resources for online teaching learning. See, let me give one example that every day we are taking food in our house, and in normal culture, our misses or homemates, they are preparing the food. And we are taking the food as lunch, dinner, breakfast by many adjectives. But before cooking the food and before eating the food, we need to collect some ingredients, some components, be it spices, be it grocery items, be it vegetables, be it non-vegetables, in the morning as a preparatory work. Thereafter, we are just entitled to get the ready food in the dish as breakfast or lunch and dinner and other things. Likewise, to me, online teaching learning is a kind of second stage, final stage of catering knowledge to the students and academic corridor. Before that, as a preparation, we need to have resources. Without resources, in traditional environment, it was printed books, printed journals, printed magazines, standards, patent specifications, and many, 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 many. Then soon after the advent of the ICT in teaching learning environment, and more specifically in the current day, online teaching learning, don't think that this is basically an outcome of pandemic. Not that, I don't think so. Because if you recollect, on 9th July 2017, with the golden hands of the then president, none other than Honorable Sri Pranab Mukhopadhyay sir, and the then HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar ji, 9th July 2017, Government of India inaugurated the digital initiatives under which there were 14 agenda was there. Perhaps you might be conscious more than me that Swayam, Swayamprabha, Ikranti, NAD, a few of them. Now, in 2nd July, of this T20, Government of India, more specifically HRD Minister, published one notification that no course offered by HRDC will not be in physical mode. Means HRDC courses is being attended by college teachers, university teachers, and you know what I'm just going to say is that elite class of the Indian higher education system. So very intelligently, Government of India going to introduce the online teaching learning system from top of the education system. And they have not stopped with that. They have started one more sentence there, that every HEIs, that is Higher Educational Institute of India, need to incorporate a capacity building program on online teaching learning system. As a part of that, in a very morning, during our Upasana at Mandir, as far as Santiniketan language is concerned, my colleague, who happens to be my friend, none other than Dr. Tirthankar Ghosh, who has paying his intellectual effort last 2 years for the development of this online teaching learning open source solution under the caption Vidya Charcha by using Moodle. In front of our university apex authority, and of course, in presence of Professor Sudhanshu Maiti, who is supposed to be one of the motivator and head of the Department of Statistics, and our university authority on that very spot request us, insist us, please do it now without further delay. So this workshop is basically an outcome of that discussion of the intellectual output of our colleague, Dr. Tirthankar Ghosh. And you know what I found is that this is basically 100% to me accustomed with the legacy of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. And yes, that is why it has been named as Visva-Bharati. And please don't consider me as emotional, rather it's a kind of reality. This Vidya Charcha very soon going to be used by many of Indian institute, be it college, be it university, be it research institute, many things. So with this little background, let me take entry on my presentation Breakup. Usually I do it whenever I'm just going to present myself. I just break my submission on different agendas, and whenever I'm going to switch over any other topic, my whole presentation showcase will be there, so that the audience will recapitulate what has been discussed by this fellow and what is yet to be discussed by this fellow. So in one way, this may be considered as presentation of art, or you can say art of presentation. So now let me switch over the first agenda, that is introduction. And you see, since I'm a learners of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, without his quotation, without humble submission to Gurudev Tagore, I cannot move on. The great quotation, what he uttered in the earlier days, the same sentence is equally, unequivocally applicable to the current 21st century, even it is ICT society, even it is pandemic society, whatever it is. This philosophy, this idea, this quotation may be used without having any customizing. So what the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. Yes, And that is why we're going to open up our Vidya Charcha is free and free to nurture, to acculture the legacy of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. No other objective is there, no hidden objective is there. So what Gurudev uttered, that where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, and knowledge is free. As a part of that, and as a follower of that institute, we intend to nurture Gurudev's philosophy with our day-to-day activities. Now, to me, in the Open Knowledge Society, there are 9 members, and that's why I am giving it OK to the power 9, means open knowledge is evolving, recycling by 9 different facets, out of which blue color, that is 9, open educational resources, is the core agenda of today's discussion. And open access, open source. You see, these 2 ideas we are using, what I found during interaction of this workshop too. And in the chat box, many people asked these questions interchangeably, that they thought the open access and open source resource is same. I don't think so, and that is not the actual or correct one. Open access means accessibility is open. I can read, I can download the topic or file or video and other things. But open source is completely, rather say largely different, because when source code of a particular software will be free to me, like Moodle, on the basis of the source code, my colleague Tirthankar has customized our local needs to develop this Vidya Charcha. So that is why it is called open source software. And another way, it is, if it was open access software, open access means whatever it is available in the format, I need to follow in toto on that format. I don't have anything, I don't have any right to customize based on my local needs. So that is a basic connotation in between open source and open access. This debate may be going on and this discussion may be going on, but due to paucity of time, let me limit with that only. Now, before collecting information, we need to know what are the different possible sources through which we need to collect the information. As far as research methodology, as far as information dissemination pedagogy, philosophy is concerned, more specifically, literary sources of information may be categorized in 3 different parts, components: primary, secondary, tertiary. And to me, based on my real experience, real life experience or ground reality, it is living and non-living. Be it print, be it electronic or non-print, both are non-living. But many cases, without living resources, some research, some project, some invention, some innovation cannot be reached out. Like this Vidya Charcha. Yes, Moodle was there, Moodle Cloud was there, Canvas was there. But without the golden intellectuality of Tirthankar Aranodya, I don't think this Vidya Charcha will come out. So, living source and non-living source both are to be taken into our keen consideration. Then print and electronic, as far as our resource society is concerned, print and electronic. And again, as far as electronic society is concerned, open access resource, open source resource, then corporate resource. There are 3 types of resources. So we basically, more specifically, my presentation is basically recycled on open access resources and a bit of open source resources, because our main theme of this workshop is using open source learning management system for online teaching. And this is the example definition of primary, secondary, tertiary. As this gathering is elite, classic gathering. So I don't want to read out slide by slide, example by example. And if you require, this Tirthankar already announced that our every presentation will be available under Vidya Charcha. And Sujitda, every day, soon after this session is over, video is being uploaded in the Visva-Bharati Library Network YouTube channel. Additionally, if you require, nothing is mine because we are living in the open access environment, open source environment. I am just taking here and there and customizing my presentation for showcasing before you. So this is nothing my own creation. So I don't have any hesitation to send you through mail or WhatsApp if you require. So you say we can also compare the whole universe of knowledge like a tree is, and like a branches, leaves, flowers, fruits, resources are there in the universal tree of knowledge. So this is a kind of pictorial presentation to make it more easy to understand what are the different sources of knowledge. And yes, there are many sources available in the web as free. Are we ready to baggage in our pen drive, in our mind, everything what is available? Even in the market, in our day-to-day life, if some shopkeeper is going to offer me free, we just justify the need and necessity of this particular item to me in my house. If we found it is not useful to me, we just avoid because this will create a junk in my house. Likewise, the knowledge in your mind, in your pen drive, in your desktop need to be slim collection, not the junk collection. So before collecting and baggaging and pen driving and downloading, whatever adjective you can use, you need to evaluating the sources. What is the origin? What is the purpose? What is the value? And what is the limitation? Called OPVL. By these four letters, origin, purpose, value, limitation, that is OPVL. If you ask, if you qualify any particular available resources, if you get fruitful answer, favorable answer, needful answer, satisfactory answer or response, then only you are supposed to download, otherwise keep away. This is another technology called CRAP. Currency, relevancy, authority, accuracy, and purpose of this particular text, video, image, whatever it is. Now, to take on, libraries are more important to the education system than the institutions such as school, college, and universities. No need to repeat again. As it was true, as it was digested by his visionary power, Gurudev, in the year 1901, when he going to establish the seed of Brahmacharya Vidyalaya at Santiniketan, before starting classes, he has augmented the library because he understood without library, without books, education system cannot be a successful one. Now let me switch over agenda second. See, in the online teaching learning era, this learn, unlearn, and relearn. Perhaps so far I recollect, Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay sir has already given a signal, this learn, unlearn, and relearn. As futurist and philosopher Alvin Toffler once wrote, in the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, rather who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Yes, learn and relearn, we are well accustomed. no issue. But what about unlearn? It's a very simple thing. Like any car, we are using the term, the car is unloading its goods. Like a human brain, we have some sort of capacity to carry the intellectual resources in our brain, thinking power, mobility. So whatever we learn, by passage of time, we have to unlearn a part of that, to take up, relearn, to update ourselves. And as you know, the so fast changing rate of technological growth, if you are not able to unlearn something from your brain, you will not be able to relearn new thing, and you will not be able to establish to showcase yourself as a kind of updated literate body. Recording. Now, what is the definition of learning management system? It's nothing but a software system that allows the development and delivery of educational courses using the internet as a delivery system. I'm not going about literary definition and other things, because all the resource persons, they have give a wide canvas of literature and practical and technological aspect of this LMS. So let me confine, not to go a lot about that. Now, learning management life cycle. Basically, learning management life cycle, being a teacher, one has to take a little concept on planning, registering, delivering mode, certification mode, and measuring mode. So again, let me excuse by passage of time not to go inertia, what is planning, what is registering, how to do it, how to deliver, how to certify, how to measuring. All these things, earlier resource persons have been emphatically and very clearly, simply, easily, and elaboratedly discussed in this platform. And basic learning infrastructure, this matter has been elaborately discussed by Dr. Arup Kumar Boxi, content management tools, authoring tools, and tools as a whole. So content authoring tool, then content and learning management system. These three things are the core component of the basic learning infrastructure. One had to adhere. One need to adhere before starting any LMS related course or online teaching learning. They need to have some idea, make some availability of these three core component. And learning management system facets are students and instructors, masters or any courses. Here I'm just giving masters courses, maybe UG courses, school courses, PhD courses, anything. Content delivery, course collaboration, progress tracking, assignments, practice, and exam means evaluation. So all these 7 core components need to be addressed by any learning management system. Then only we will say it learning management system. And let me just say, many teachers thought that I am taking class on WhatsApp. My lecture, I am giving audio and video through WhatsApp to my WhatsApp groups of students. So I am using online teaching learning. Then Tirthankar asking them, Madam, how you are taking assignment? No, I don't know. How you are evaluate your students? No, I don't know. How you are registering or internal assessment and assignments and other things? No. So partial thing. And I'm sorry to say, WhatsApp, this Telegram apps is not that our learning management system. Even the Cisco WebEx platform, Zoom, Jitsi, GoToMeet, these all are meeting and conference apps, I can say broadly, but not the learning management system, because learning management system should be substitution replica of the physical learning system. Whatever we are practiced in our day-to-day physical classroom, all that components should be replicated, should be substituted through our online mode. Then only this online teaching learning mode should be called as online teaching learning mode. This is again a kind of pictorial presentation of different facets. This is a classroom learning and this is at home learning. How can we do it like that? This is 5 key steps in choosing the LMS. Let's say if I want to buy any corporate LMS software, so what are the different points I need to pay attention? Some college, some university, some faculty members, some departments of any institute may thought, we will not go open access or open source resources. We will purchase and we will take corporate backup and we will run safely like that. This thinking may come basically when they don't have any expertise on the X, Y, or Z software like that. So I don't disagree with their decision, but once, sir and madam, if you need to choose any corporate LMS, you need to pay attention on 5 core components, that is identify the audience, focus on features, evaluate the LMS, choose your LMS, do market research. Then only we will select, yes, this particular software package is needful to me, which will be quite competent enough to address our institutional need, then only you will purchase on that particular software. Now, yes, this particular IPR or DRM issues was not directly related with my caption or presentation. Still, since there are some questions arised on that, I'm just going to have some 10-20 slides on IPR or DRM issues. But on IPR or DRM issues, I may have another presentation having 2 hours, 30 minutes lecture, usually what I delivered in the HRDC of different universities. So this intellectual property right and DRM issues need to be taken very, very sincere consideration. Otherwise, every time your leg may be fall down on drain. So what is that? See, intellectual property rights is a kind of very tricky thing. It's very difficult to handle what is intellectual property right and how to handle these things. For that, every teacher, this is my humble request to all of my colleagues, in and out Visva-Bharati, in and out India. Please pay some times on intellectual property rights before taking inertia of open source LMS like that. So intellectual property is the creation of the minds of an individual which has a commercial and moral value. You see, commercial and moral value. Intellectual property right grants exclusive rights to an author for utilizing and benefiting from their creation. So what are the types of property rights? Patent, copyright, trademark, design, database, trade secret. Everything of our creation have our own intellectual property right. And we have provision of registering on that particular creation, be it tangible, be it intangible. Now, IPR in India basically available on patent, trademark, copyright, plant breeders' right, utility model designing, geographical indication, and trade secrets, etc. Then 4 types of intellectual property to protect your idea. One is trade secret, protect secret information like new invention, Coke formula like that. Trademarks protect brands of any creation like Apple for cell phone. Copyrights protect works of authorship, books, movies, drawings. We, being the member of the Education Society, basically amalgamated with this copyrights issue. And then patent, yes, some of our science faculty members, they have some patents. So that patents, they need to protect functional or ornamental features like swipe features of iPhone design and any software design like that. Then types of IP or copyright. What kind of intellectual property we can have copyright, that is books, painting and sculpture, songs and recordings, plays, TV shows, movies, architectural works. You see, this is based on Visva-Bharati's nomenclature, right from Sangeet Bhavan, Kala Bhavan, and other generic academic departments. All are accustomed having scope to have their own property right based on their own creation. Then example of things protected by copyright: literary works, musical works, dramatic works, pantomimes and choreographic works, pictorial graphics and sculptural works, motion pictures and audiovisual works too, sound recordings, architectural works, compilations, computer programs, and others. Then sometimes we people just interchangeably use DRM, means digital rights management, and intellectual property right synonymous. But there is some phenomenal difference based on the formatting, rather say birth pattern of the creation. See, access control technologies used by publishers and copyright holders to limit usage of digital media or devices. Basically, this digital right management is, you can say in one way, is a kind of things for the management of digital era or electronic environment or this online teaching learning environment. Any system that protects copyright of media by enabling securing distribution of online data or disabling illegal distribution ultimately takes control away from users and limits the use of the product by following some sort of protocol, by sorts of some license agreement and other things. Then these are the advantage. I'm not going to read out. Now, where DRM is applied, particularly 3 points: resource, access point, and network. How? A particular document or digital resource, for example, a document may be locked or encrypted. You know it. Access point, a content server such as website. For example, a website may require a login. Network, the connections between server, for example, ATM network and a LAN and many other things, type of network. So all these things need to require some sort of rights management. So this is the digital rights management functional architecture, how it works actually. So these are the mapping architecture of digital rights management, how is it work. Now, then one question, and many of the resource persons have uttered during their presentation, that we may proceed based on Creative Commons license. But what is Creative Commons license? How can I get Creative Commons license for a particular journal, for a particular book, for a particular creation, for a particular class note, and other things? So Creative Commons license gives everyone, from individual creators to large institutions, a standardized way to grant the public permission to use their creative work under copyright law. From the reuser's perspective, follow the term reuser's perspective, the presence of a Creative Commons license on a copyright work answers the question, what can I do with this work? So basically, Creative Commons license is the answer of the question, what can I do with this work? Yes, the Creative Commons license is having 6 different types. One document which is CC BY means, I'm not going to read all 6, but only first one. This license allows users to distribute, remix, adapt, and build upon the material in many medium or format, so long as attribution is given to the creator. The license allows for commercial use too. So CC BY includes the following elements. Credit must be given to the creator. Credit must be given to the creator, by whom these things is being created. And you see, this is my cursor is the icon of by, means the person who is authoring or inventing the ideas, the form of presentation may be intangible, may be tangible. So if it is superseded by CC by, you can emphatically, without having any hesitation, you can use, reuse, even you can sell it reformatting, after reformatting with a proper citation of the original author, you can do it. So this is called CC by, means credit must be given to the creator, credit to creator. Now, another is CC by SA. What is CC by SA? Credit must be given to the creator. Then SA means adoption must be shared under the same terms. You see, the by means the author and SA means shared under the same terms, adoption under the same terms. So this is there. Then CC by NC, credit must be given to creator, only non-commercial use of the work are permitted. So you are not supposed to use this document even after formatting or customizing, not for sale, not for commercial purpose. So you see, NC means it is $ and cross, so it cannot be resell. Then CC by NCSA means credit must be given to the creator, only non-commercial issues of the work are permitted, then adoption must be shared under the same terms. Then CC by ND includes the following elements: credit must be given to the creator, no derivatives or adoption of the work are permitted, no derivative or adoptions of the work be permitted. Now CC by NC and D, credit must be given to creator, only non-commercial use of the work are permitted, no derivatives or adoption of the work are permitted. So what can we infer from these 6 types? If any item, be it journal, be it particular article or books, decoded by CC, then only that can be customizing, that can be resellable, that can be reusable without having any copyright or patent right issues. And in case of other things, some conditions are there, you can go ahead with this. Then there are 2 tools, the Creative Commons Public Domain Dedication, CCO is also there. I'm not going to read all. And as a part of that, you may go with these 2 URL to get a clear vision, detailing vision about this Creative Commons license pattern. Even if any department, if any college need to start one online journal and they need to obtain Creative Commons license based on their own conjuncture, they how to take it. Guideline is also there in the parent website of creativecommons.org. So please go with that and sharp your idea to update and process and proceed without having any threats. Yes, this is a tools, Sherpa Romeo. Forget about your Creative Commons license pedagogy. Let us assume you don't have much time to go around that of the literature on Creative Commons license family. Please come up with this Sherpa Romeo homepage. This is a ready-made food center like restaurant of self-archiving policy of different publishers. This website, Sherpa Romeo, will give you the very idea what kind of journal it is, whether it is CC, whether it is NC, or that based on the Creative Commons license. So here you will get the ready-made guideline. Like here I am showing one journal. You see, you just follow my submitted version, none, any website. So submitted version, whenever I submit any article for publication to any journal, that version I can upload any website, no question will be there. Then accepted version, none. Institutional repository, non-commercial subject repository may be uploaded your accepted version. Then published version, institutional repositories and other things, then published version, how can we do it? Here, let me just argument that Since 2007, soon after my joining at Visva-Bharati, we are having our institutional repository where my learned faculty members of Visva-Bharati, I have sent requests several times to them to send their published paper in Visva-Bharati repository, because you are the members of Visva-Bharati Parivar, family, fraternity. So one teachers, one scholars of another department will not ready to pay money for read your article. So once you submit your article, we will make it upload in our institutional repository, which will be downloaded from the campus only. Mind it, from the campus only, not from the internet, from outside or by using remote access. And by using that URL, my colleagues, other than the concerned author, will get what is the interesting area of a particular teacher for an interdisciplinary course of work, to whom I have to contact the Department of Statistics, Department of Physics. And nowadays, from specific to generic, we are again becoming on the interdisciplinary research, multidisciplinary research more and more. So how can one students get to know or scholars get to know what is the particular interesting zone of a particular teacher to whom I contact? So for that thing, this interdisciplinary culture will be revamped by these institutional repositories, and many teachers have some sort of fear, psychosis. Nimai, I have published said journal, will it be wise? You just go with the Sherpa Romeo website on the particular journal, go to the bottom part and find here if it is permissible, then you can give it. Even submitted version, you can give it everywhere, no question. Even accepted version sometimes, even published version sometimes, you can give it too. Then Sherpa Romeo. It's color coding also there. It's a lovely and very handy tools of the academics corridor or platform. If it is green, can archive preprint and postprint or publishers versions in PDF. Blue, can archive postprint, that is final draft post referring or publishers version PDF. Yellow, can archive preprint or pre-referring version. White, archiving not formally supported. So from here, it's clearly guided. Whenever you found any particular title of journal by this color coding of Sherpa Romeo, you will be automatically understood that whether this will be easy or free from any copyright violation and other things like that. Now let me switch over open access resources. See, as I told very beginning, whatever free in the market, am I ready to pen driving it? Am I ready to downloading it? Am I ready to load it in my brain? Not that. So you need to ask, in addition to that evaluating criteria CRAP and OVPL, this is called FAIR. So it's, you see, we need to have a fair document. Fair means, by Bangla, it is called bhalo. So how can I justify whether it is FAIR? So F for it will be findable, A for it will be accessible and approachable, I for interoperable, and R for reusable. If I found this fair characteristics of any particular document, then only I will download it and reuse it. And yes, then let me give you today, by this short passage of time, a very, very limited slides through which you will get more than 80 crore, if not more than 80 crore e-resources, combination of books, journals, pamphlets, magazines, essays, writings, opinion, quotes, video, audio, image, and many, many, many in different languages. Yes, you'll be glad to know that many of the teachers from my campus and outside my campus. And Nimai, can you send me the song of Rabindranath Tagore, complete song of this? Even if I am in the market, this tagoreweb.in, it will take 2-3 minutes to my library colleagues. The whole creation of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore is available this tagoreweb.in. Every essay, every verse, songs, novel, stories, plays, and others available here. You can go and download, and many colleagues uttered that the website and online environment is not compatible for Bengali language or regional language. It's true. But yes, there are some websites who are catering intelligently, particularly since we are living in Bengal. I'm talking about Bengal. So BD books, there are one website entitled BD, B for Bangla, D for Desh, Bangladesh books. There you will have 50,000 books of Bengali version, be it fiction, be it non-fiction, short stories, and many more things. Then ABP magazine apps. If you go to your mobile hands-on, you can test it, go to Play Store, download the ABP magazine apps. You'll be able to read lots of magazines of ABP published by Anandabazar Patrika groups. It will be in your mobile and you can read all the magazines or journals published by ABP groups. So this is the indication. Then this is called base. We have said academic search engine consciously uttered by Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay that this base is a kind of collection of 24 crore e-resources of different subjects. No one can say my subject is not available. You can search it by author, you can search it by subject, you can search it by to library science, it is decimal classification scheme, year of publication, content provider, language also, you see. Because this 25 crore document contains different languages, Indic and non-Indic. Let's say if one document is I am getting, but that is German, so it's not possible to me to read out. So at the very outset, before taking to search, I can customize it English. Then I can go out. So I'm sure out of these 24 crores, maybe more than 70 crores will be in English language. So let's say it is 20 crore. So 20 crore documents, I'm giving you address. So I'm searching on economics and other subjects. If anyone can search. If time permit, definitely I will bring you in the online demonstration and to show you how this base is handy to us. Then this is Playful PDF. In this Playful PDF, we are having more than 50 crore e-documents, ranging from humanities, social science to medical science, applied science, like that. Then this is DOAJ, Director of Open Access Journals, where you will have around 15,000 journals, 133 countries, and near about 49.88 means 50 lakhs article in searching and downloadable full free. Even here, if you go by browse of subject, every subject is there. Even you can go by language, you can go and browse by different language, that is English too. You see by subject, agriculture, auxiliary science history, bibliography, education, fine arts, general works, geography, anthropology, sorry, history, history of America, language and literature, law, medicine, military science, music and books on music, novel science, philosophy, psychology, religion, political science, science, social science, and technology. So what not here, you see? Then this is Director of Open Access Books. If you need to check whether particular this title or this area, any books is full free to available and download. Directly you can go this doabooks.org, DOA books.org. You will get 28,161 academic peer-reviewed books from 380 world-class publishers. You see, it is here to open and everything is unlocked. Now, since this open learning solutions we are addressing basically for AG PG level students, here These websites, I am indicating you 9 fantastic websites that offer free college textbook. Yes, this is of course in English, but I do believe that the mode of delivery or teaching is based on these things. And sometimes instructors or teachers may translate a particular part or topic of teaching for the students so that students will be benefited. So in this pandemic situation, being an information professional, being a librarian, this is my humble submission to these academic gatherings. Don't think that university is closed. Don't think that library is closed. The another door is open to you all without paying any paise. Only you do require a mobile phone or laptop or desktop with net connectivity. You are now having ample scope to browse ebooks and e-journals for your research and practice and developmental activities. Now this is DPLA, Digital Public Library of America. Here you will get around 4 crores image, text, videos and sounds from across United States for the full free to accessible to developed and underdeveloped countries. And you see, in the last night I have one lecture in Bonga Dinabandhu Mahavidyalaya. There I am uttered same sentence that we are living in the inclusive education society. So to address the inclusive education society does not entail reserved, unreserved, SC, ST, OBC. Rather, it going to address the disabled peoples in the educational arena. So to address their needs, they need to have image, video, audio, and other things for studying their career by sitting in the home. So they may not come to the library for physical books. By sitting in their home, only of this DPLA, they will get lots of books, and most emphatically or concisely, I am requesting the people from history, people from language literature, people from archaeology, people from anthropology, they may come here to get their target resources. This is freebookcenter.net. You see here you will get many subjects ebook, all subjects. You see, I am just choosing mathematics. Then if anyone need to have mathematics particular area, you see abstract algebra, algebraic geometry, algebraic topology, differential geometry, differential equation, geometry, geometric algebra, and all. Like if you go physics, you will get different facets of physics. You can click any facet, you will get some thing, some text about that particular topic, which will be ready helpful for imparting this online teaching learning, living on the open source environment. Now, this is Sot Gangotri, this is a reservoir of online teaching or online research in progress database where we have the research proposal is being uploaded here throughout Indian HEIs, including our institute too. So here students will get the idea what are the different research is going on a particular subject, and also soon after qualifying the coursework, target candidate may have some idea how to write a research proposal on a particular subject, how to conceptualize a particular theme like that. So this is a kind of open source resources. Then this is South Ganga. This is 2,70,000 electronic theses and dissertations of Indian HEIs is being uploaded here. Anyone can access this website from any time, whatever may be his or her existence. Then this is open access theses and dissertations. This is called OATD. This OATD is a kind of reservoir of world-class institutes thesis database. Unlike OATD, unlike Shodhganga is the Indian thesis reservoir, this OATD is international thesis reservoir. Now, how to get free college books? Again, this is University of the People. They have many books for a particular students, for a particular subject. You can log in here and download your target resources. Also, I am just encapsulating some URL, particularly on books. These are the 7 another URLs where anyone can get their books full free to download. Now let me switch over to, if it is permit, to bring you something on online demonstration about my presentation, like Romeo Sherpa, like Google how to search it, and then some sort of this base and full free PDF document like that. So let me switch over online demonstration. Now it is visible. See, this is the simple Google search. You see, let me say, I just want to know something about learning management system, LEARNING, learning management system. You see, 202 crore results have been replicated by Google. 202 crore. I don't think this is possible to any academician, any students, any scholars to go around whether it is relevant to me or not. To me, experience is the scholars and academicians, they are doing some 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, then they may get it or may not get it, and based on their experience, the publishers and other things, they may go on or they may leave it. And in that context, I am saying Google is a great time killer, not the authentic information provider. Let me repeat again. Google is a time killer, not the authentic information provider, if I am not able to handle the Google properly. Then you see, if I give a quotation, sorry, see the heat is now 1 crore 53 lakhs. 1 crore 53 lakhs. So from 200 crore, it is now 1 crore 53 lakhs. So you just imagine what is the percentage of the hits we can bring down from that. Even this learning management system, I want to have all in TITLE. This learning management system will be available in the title of the document, title of the books, title of the journal, or anything else. So if I search it, you see it is 1,58,000. So from 1 crore, it is now becoming 1,58,000. Now even file format is equal to PDF. Then let me show what is. It is now 18,100. So you see, my starting result was 200 crore and now it is 18,000. Even it is not suffice to download or to go through whether this is actually applicable to me, authentic to me, needful to me or not. And you see, this Google search engine is not able to search on calendar date, that is called Gregorian date. So there is a software, online converter called Gregorian Julian converter. So if you want to search a learning management system from 1st January 2010 to 31st of December 2019, if you write, Google will not give you anything because it's not able to search on that calendar date. So you need to paste your calendar date on that Gregorian converter, then it will give you some sort of convert of this. See, like here, file format from this date to this. So by this date, usually we don't want to mean something because this is, and you see 0 result. So from this date to that date, by this search engine, it's not available anything. So this is 0 second I do require to pay time, whether this particular topic is available to me in Google or not. Otherwise, Google will taking lots of time but not giving you actual or relevant documents from the things. Now, that's why I am requesting you all, it's not basically useful to mind how to make it search. So without going to search in this Google in, please go Google advanced search, Google advanced search page. Go here. You see, this is a search page, and you can write here this LEARNING learning management SYSTEM. You see all these words, these exact words or phrase, any of these words, none of these words. Okay, learning management system, I make it education as top word, means the learning management system oriented file will be given except education. Whenever they found that education word is there, that file will not be given to me. Then you see, here you'll be able to make number of truncation. Say you can make it 10 to 20, 0 to 10. Now one question, soon after my wrapping of the presentation, you can ask, Nimai, if I give 10, what 10 documents will be given by the Google? Yes, more cited 10 documents from the Google's database, it will be given. Which is more authentic, which is most popular, like that. So this 200 crore, you can here truncate that's 10 to 20 or 0 to 10 or 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. Then here, you'll have the option, any language. I'm sorry, sir, I cannot able to read all the global level language like that. So I can choose like English. Then any region, learning management system, based on what region I am looking for, India, Bangladesh, Cuba, any country, you see, India, it is there. Last update, this 10 or 20 or thousands or lakhs or crore documents, what I need to have, what will be their last updation time, anytime, you see, anytime, 24 hours, up to a week ago, up to a month ago, up to a year ago, like that. So based on your requirement, you can customize your search without being a master of computer or search engine like that. You need not be a master of any computer and other things. Then this is called safe search. So most relevant result, filtered explicit result. Then here you see any format, file format. As I like to, as I wrote there, PDF, then PS, DWT, and there are many file format, doc format, PPT format, XLS, HTML, many RTF. So file format I can even choose from here. And more interestingly or surprisingly, please found here usage rights. Very, very interesting thing. I'm very eager to explain these things before you all. Not filtered by license, free to use or share, free to use or share even commercially. See, coming to that Creative Commons license, Sherpa Romeo color coding, that same thing is being available even in the Google search engine. Free to use, share or modify, free to use, share or modify even commercially. So based on my purpose, if I am a publisher or if I am a projected author, if I want to write something on a particular topic, I want to have some sort of free to use, share or modify or even commercially some sort of things I can mark here. So if I download and taking anything from these sources as given by the Google, no one can bring me in the light of the IPR cases, copyright cases, plagiarism cases and other things. So you see how beauty this Google is. So I request you all to collect online resources. Many of the college teachers, they may not have the very world-class publishers database in their repository, in their college collection. But don't worry, sir and madam, and don't be frustrated that yes, I am in a small college of Purulia, I am in a small college of Jharkhand, of that, not that. Please come up with this. This technology is a kind of thing who is a culture, one and all, democratically having equal right, like voting right. So this is the things you can take it up in passage of your time. Due to shortage of time, I'm not going to deeper or elaborated part of that because I'm having another presentation on Google, and my colleague Ajay Sharma has presented in our last workshop Google tools in teaching learning. So go to our Visva-Bharati Library Network YouTube channel and please go through his lecture. I think you will get ample of handy ideas which you will be immensely benefited for living in the academic society to use Google in your academic course of journey. And I am having most likely 184 slides on this Google for a different presentation. How can make Google is friend for academic journey like that? So this is. Now let me switch over this Sherpa Romeo. You see, in the Google search, you just this is the Google. Here you will type SHERPA, Sherpa, ROMEO, Romeo. Hope I am not bored you, and definitely I will be in time. I will not be disqualified, and I am very keen to take a few questions from you. And I'm definitely wrap up my lecture on dot 12.00 as have been given by the organizers, and we'll try to save 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Even before that, I would like to wrap up my presentation. So don't worry that how long this fellow will continue. I will not disqualify as far as time is concerned. Don't worry. Now, let me see that any particular journal, I'm knowing nothing, like a novice. You can also browse publications by publishers, or you can give any publisher's name, or you can give journal title or ISSN based on your subject. If you knowing the journal title, you can give here. If you know the ISSN, you can give here. So let's say I'm knowing nothing. Or okay, let me give Sage, a publisher, world-class publisher, Sage. Then go to Sage Publishers. You see, here we will get instructors, students, librarian, researchers, book authors and editors, journal authors, editors, reviewer. What you actually want to look for, you may go there. Let's say book authors, editor, journal authors, editor, like that. See, resource for journal authors, editors, and reviewer. Here you will get some idea what is the author's gateway, editor's gateway, reviewer's gateway, how to get published, say journals blog, discipline hubs, many things. It is given here. Now, let me just show you publishing policies. See, this is the publishing policies, copyright and permissions, authorship print, corrections policy, declaration of conflicting interest policy, funding acknowledgement, license information for coders, prior publication, commentaries, response, and others. So let me go copyright permissions. You see copyright and permissions, what is fair use and what does it cover? So based on these Sage publishers, how they are going to give copyright and permissions, there are lots of frequently answered questions. You can click here, and when do I need to use an audiovisual likeness release form? Is there any audiovisual release from a form I may use? So lots of questions. I'm not going to take up there you all. Okay. Another way, let me go to the landing page. Romeo. SHERPA Romeo. Again, browse publication by publishers. Okay. Anything, if I go, let's say G, you see there are different journals, its origin, country of publications, and other things, future science group, and other things. So future energy service and publishing, or future academic, future energy. Let me take anyone. And you see here all the journals, here just full text PDF. You see, you can also download even from these publishers, this journal you can download. This is green signal, means full free to download, and it's a Creative Commons license. You see here, this work is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license, copyright, trends in renewable energy, ISSN, and this. So from here you can get idea what is the archiving policy of this particular journal. So this is the way through which you can get the idea of a particular journal. You see this publication policy of this particular trends in renewable energy. You see publishers policy, published version, any depository, author's homepage, journal website. Okay, you see CC by means first out of 6 of Creative Commons license option. So this is full free, no, there is no condition. Accepted version, so CC by. So whenever you found CC by, you will be have a kind of blank check. You can take it copy, you can take paste, you can make it sell, resell, and even you can use it commercial purpose. So there is no condition like that of this particular journal. So once you use the journal, you're threatening your plagiarism threats, your copyright threats will be 0. So from here, you will be just going to know how to get this kind of thing. So this is the unique features of the SHERPA Romeo, and SHERPA Romeo is having a lots of activities, even in the statistics and support, and Romeo color coding is also there, as I told you, that blue, white, green, and yellow. So this is the Romeo statistics. Yes, you see the publishers country wise, which country, United States of Kingdom, give 1061 journal here, and perhaps you cannot have India here on the list. By this, we may be under others. India is there, 145. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Below the Germany and above the Canada, India is there, 145 journals is there. So you see, the Indian academic showcases day by day is also trying to feed and accustom with this kind of the online teaching, learning, or e-content, or content management society like that. Now let me show you some open access resources or open source resources, how actually you can retrieve resources from these things. You see, this is called base, BASC, base. Definition, BASC. See, here You can have basic search, advanced search, browsing, search history, base. BL-fledged academic search engine where you will have 24.14 crore documents having 8334 source, more than 8,000 sources are here. So you can go by browse, you can go by document type, you can go by number or alphabetic. Very easier way to browse. You see, bachelor of thesis, books, how much records are available, book part, conference object, course material, data set, many things are there. So let me go books. You see, agricultural rural applications of petroleum products, handling and uses of the alkali metals. So as a matter of, you see, all are unlocked. So it's full free to open it. So let me have a click. If net is first, it will be open. It's a PDF. Recovery of lithium from complex silicates are not belongs to chemical scientists and other. So you can chapter wise you can take a download. No issue. It will become. So you see, no one can argue to me that Nimai my yes, some language problem is there, some subject may have lesser collection, but I found most of the subjects is having some sort of collections is there. And you see, national laboratory, sodium handling at Agrone National Laboratory. In the last day, our colleague Dr. Orani Chakraborty sir has rightly shown the virtual labs and other things. So this kind of documents, I think, will help you immensely to organize any virtual lab, to organize any virtual classroom and other things. So please be accustomed with that. By virtue of your need, you please come up with that. And now one more site I will see before to go to my PowerPoint slide. See, full free PDF. You see, here life science, health science, physical science, mathematics, social science and humanities. So if I write here social science and humanities, it will immediately give me the number of documents available on that particular. You see, social science humanities, there are 30, yes, 3.85 crore. So near about 4 crore documents on humanities and social science is being available here. So in anything we can take a test, find peer-reviewed research, explore, discover, progress, anything. So let me just, due to shortage of time, randomly let me click. So download the code 19 or some other things. Even if I click here, the launch feed, it will come. And then this is the vaccination, virology, semantic scholarship, free AI-powered research tools for scientific literature. So, and search this kind of papers from full fields of science, from all fields of science it is available. So anything, let me, if I type CHEMISTRY, chemistry, you see chemistry with PDF, ADF, view via publishers. Okay, so this is the DOI. With this DOI, you also can take a download and view via publishers. You can go via publishers. Lots of user-friendly options are there. Please go around and search on. I think it will give you a lots of help to get to bring you from having no document to all documents or more documents like that. So now let me switch over to my PPT presentation. Share. Share content. Yes. Hope it is visible, Sujit. Visible, no? Yeah. See, so this is the learning management system as I have been searching through yesterday night for you. This is 207 crore, and now it is with quotation it was 1,61,000, 1 crore 61,000. Then all in title it was 1,60,000. Then it is all in title file format is equal to PDF 18,000, like that. So how? And this is the Gregorian Julian converter. Then you see how can we bring down rampantly about the number of hits by using Google. This I am going to show you, and even by using Google I will show you. Due to shortage of time I'm not going that deeper or concrete part of that. I will show you 4, 5, 6 search result of Google, and by Google's advanced search you can truncate what you require, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And this is, you see, Google advanced search page as I showed. Then let me switch over the conclusion part. See, LMS has to passes through some threads. That threads basically signing India versus shrinking India, metro India versus rural India, information rich, information poor, and digital divide or digital imbalance. I'm very sorry to state here that during this COVID-19 situation, whenever our faculty members going to address through online mode, if one student is untouched or may not reach with that online umbrella, then it will be confront with inclusive education policy, number one. Number two, with this forum and every day, every forum, whenever I get the scope, I am uttering this sentence that Government of West Bengal, government of all states of India, and governments of India too need to pay attention that like BPL, like different projects for encouraging the students like Konnasri, Jubosri, Cycle, and other things we are giving to encourage the students to take education by coming in the school, college, etc. With this forum, my humble appeal, as this video will be available in the YouTube channel, India-wide and worldwide educationists will view our speech that government will need to pay attention to reach, like in the year 2004, Bijli Sadak Pani in all the villages. And right today, I say mobile with recharge, Android cell, smartphone with recharge to all the BPL students till their unemployment. Then only our teachers will be able to focus through their online teaching learning mode. Otherwise, this will not be revamped. If after this pandemic, one students come to head of the Department of Statistics, sir, I am not able to reach because I do not have phone or my village is not having any stable network connectivity. So how you can debar him in spite of you have taken classes like that? So for that things, my fervent appeal to all the policy makers, please, please and please to ensure the stable network or bandwidth in every rural villages of India in addition to metro city. And invariably, we have to ensure a smartphone to every BPL students with recurring cost of recharge till their employment so that they will safely run on this technological, innovative, and technological society. You see, this is the current society front side where we people, 3 to 5% of Indian showcase are living in, where this current gadgets, instant messaging, and this many things are available. In contrary, the backside of another India that is called sinking India, sinking Bengal. This is a common picture of every day. Whenever we coming to market, we found this kind of things. And even in this 2020, we are saying that women empowerment, we have to do it. Child labor protection, we have to do it. And people are striving from common basic needs, shelter crisis, food crisis, health crisis, etc., etc. So in that context, if I going to inject online teaching learning system, don't you think that we are consciously elaborate the gap of digital divide? My questions for you all, please think on. Now, this is the real digital divide. A boy who is in the field and thinking that the elite society child, they are using something in their ear every day and night. And this boy, in place of mobile, using this bamboo, in Bengali it is called mugur, as a mobile with laughing face, with innovative eyes, that he is very hopeful. One day, I will be under the proximity of Indian education or world education showcase, because by birth, I don't have any deficiency not to take entry in the education arena. And last but not least, open mind, open knowledge, open society is there. But am I ask myself, Dr. Nimai, is your attitude open? Is your attitude enlightening? Is your attitude constructive? Is your attitude positive? Then only this open mind, open knowledge, open society will sustain. Else, these things, the ultimate purpose of this e-workshop will be confined only in the certificate, only with the feedback. Nice session, needful session, very thankful session, illustrious presentation. I'm sure that some of the percentage may be good or bad, my presentation, to give me a kind of encouragement as a courtesy, they wrote here. But sir and madam, I am not the beggar of that kind of falsy good or bad presentation. Please, please and please try to articulate of this 1 week e-workshop on using open sources learning management systems for online teaching. Then only the legacy of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore will be objectified. Then only the intellectual labor of my colleague, Dr. Tirthankar Ghosh, our colleague, respected Dr. Arani Chakraborty, our colleague, respected Professor Sudhanshu Shekhar Maiti, who all are every now and then striving to establish the brand Vidya Charcha, to establish the unfold of Visva-Bharati in the current pedagogy. And last but not least, I am very much fan or follower. Usually I am used and ending my presentation by using a quotation of none other than APJ Abdul Kalam, to whom I seen a great educationist, even beyond President of India. That is to him, according to him, learning gives creativity. Since our caption is learning management system, so learning gives creativity. Creativity leads thinking, and thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. That was the basic agony of our founder Gurudev Tagore, and that was the very agony of none other than our beloved former president and renounced educationist, none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So please and please be positive. Don't try to raise a question on I don't have network connectivity, I don't have this, I don't have this. Please, by your limited infrastructure, try to recapitulate the idea of Vidya Charcha as designed by Tirthankar and Aronida. Then wait for some days, wait for some years, and this through this NEP, New Education Policy Government of India, going to enunciate and to revamp the ICT's infrastructure very soon. So they will pay attention on this arena. I am confident enough. And our current days, we are passing through gloomy and rainy days. So our weather is gloomy. And I don't think because of pandemic, because of rainy, our weather is gloomy. But by virtue of our Indian higher education, our weather was gloomy, is gloomy, and we are fighting to make it very sunny morning, very sunny dawn. So I am hopeful that this gloom will eradicate and we will bring in a sunny dawn with our good efforts, constructive effort, in spite of several odd events going on throughout Indian education society in general and Visva-Bharati in particular, as you have witnessed and we have witnessed. So don't be frustrated, be hopeful to have a nice morning. And instead of having questioning, let me share my views with you all. You all are master of your own subject. So don't take it as question answer session, rather through interaction. You many people, if you say, I need to listen you all. So I think your comments, your opinion, your observation will enrich me, will customize me for my future course of deliberation so that I will reach a successful presenter in future course of action. With these few words, let me wrap up my session and hand over the floor to Tithankarda. Now floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nimai, for your extraordinary session. I think all of the participants and we have enjoyed this session. Not only enjoyed, we got much thoughtful advices from you as well. The basic advice is we must work, not only uh, just attend sessions and stuff like that. Anyway, so now I would request the participants if you have some comments or questions to Nimaida, and otherwise
Hello,
we are going to move to the
am I audible?
valid. Yes, yes.
Uh, Nivaida, my question to you is, what are the copyright issues in online teaching and research, and what could be the solution?
May I know your name, please?
Hello,
May I know your name, please? Oh,
my name is
Devraj.
Shubhajit Das.
Tirthankar Babu, I have also one question to Nimaida. May I ask it or after the response of Nimaida?
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Nimaida, very good morning, rather very sunny good morning, and I must say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. What a remarkable presentation. I really enjoyed it, and it is indeed a really sunny morning. My question is particularly related to use of many documents, the documents that are related to our subject. My subject is history, or rather social sciences subject, particularly when we are using the collections of a museum, British Museum and Library. The Mughal paintings, they have a repository of the Mughal paintings, and these paintings are accessible, and they have given certain conditions to use this documents, use these paintings or any other Mughal farmans or something like that. That is called the archival documents. But when I am using this document, my question is that there is a question of copyright, and they are in many cases asking a huge amount of money, and it is not possible for me or the scholar like us to pay this huge amount to them. But there is a provision that I have learned, I have come to know from a very resourceful person, that if I am or we are using all this document by saying or giving a declaration that these documents are being used for completely academic purpose, completely non-commercial, then they may consider this issue. To what extent these sort of observations are true, first thing is that. And second thing is that you have highlighted a very relevant point, that is a question of social discrimination by using of network system or by using this e-platform. I really appreciate it. And third thing is that this is my observation. You have properly highlighted the concept of self-search, Atto-Anusandhan, Atto-Prakriti, that is said by Gurudev Tegar. Thank you, Nimaida. Thank you. Nimaida can't hear you.
Unmute করুন.
Okay, now it is audible. See, let me just starting answer from the last question as asked by Dr. Debra Chakraborty from Baharampur Girls College Department of History, and who was one of the alumnus of this university. And every now and then is very some sort of innovative and trying to escalate his college in this online arena. So thank you, Devraj. And now see, you have already given answer of your question a part during your observation. And at last, whenever you just taking your documents by giving one undertaking that I will use this thing, I am receiving echo. Use these things for my academic research and development purpose.
Can you explain within 2 minutes? Fine, I just want to know.
Then my suggestion is, and also non-commercial purpose you will maintain. Then whenever they send you any artifacts through mail or image through mail, you can use and reuse your portrait or this image during your deliberation of lecture or online and offline, whatever it is. Please don't forget to make the picture courtesy or source from this British Mughal Empire or museum like that. Like every cases, in case of economics and geography, some statistical and data tools, whatever we found, we just mention below the table source. So government of West Bengal, department of this, like that, because you are not singly prepared the table, prepared the picture like that. So you need to give some sort of citation about the URL as you found. Whenever I am just going to showcase something, I am giving at the below the URL so that it is not of my site creation. This is I am taking from that website, and my learned audience, they may go with that website particular to extrapolate their knowledge or I mean perception. Okay, so that question similar type asked by Mr. Or Dr. Subhajit Das, I don't know, that in online environment, how can we just manage the matter of this IPR issues, or can I request you to repeat it question, Mr. Subhajit?
Yes, yes. Nimaida, my question to you is, what are the copyright issues in online teaching and research, and what could be the solution?
Yeah, see, copyright issues, as I showed you, through that Creative Commons license or Romeo Sherpa. I have given you the clarification through my presentation. Whenever you just going to use any particular article or text for your class deliberation, because it will be a kind of PowerPoint presentation or other things, don't forget to caption the URL or DOI of the particular source by and large. Otherwise, I will or rest of the country will thought this is the creation of Mr. Subhajit or Dr. Subhajit. So that is the basic academic honesty or courtesy, that you need to make a clear-cut citation and referencing in case of publication and in case of citation for class and online teaching and other things. In this way, we have every right to use the earlier publications by and large, but with proper citation, the Plagiarism Act of Government of India several times warned us that you are not restricted to use and reuse the earlier publications, but by adhering the citation and referencing pattern, and if you need to use anything without giving credit and other things, please go by CCBY, and that Creative Commons license first component, or you can go by most likely green path of publication policy as showcased by Romeo Sherpa website. Okay, So I request you to go through that Creative Commons license website and also Romeo Sherpa to avoid any copyright issues, whatever it is, publication or teaching business. Okay, so thank you for asking this question.
Thank you, Nimai. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for your nice interactions. Now, without further delay, we are going to move to the
Tithunga sir, can I put my comment? I'm Madhav Chandra Das. I'm an assistant professor of Department of Communication and Journalism, University of Chittagong, Bangladesh.
Yeah.
So
Welcome.
actually, Nimai sir is really just extraordinary all the time. So actually, today's session is not a session that full of fluid, full of some fluffy ideas. I think this session is full of some very, very important insights and with some action plans afterwards. In fact, this session actually it left me feeling excited, connected, and knowing that there are lots of open sources that we can go just ahead. And we are suffering from malnutrition in this digital age. But from this session, I got some digital nutrition. I think every scholar or researcher and teacher should have this type of session. Thank you, Nimai sir. Thank you so much for this session. Really insightful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madhudha. Thank you. Thank you for the words.
Okay, thank you very much for your nice comments. So now, as I said, we are moving to valedictory session. Today, we have our Honorable Head Department of Statistics, Shiksha Bhavan, and Honorable Librarian Visva-Bharati, and our colleague Dr. Arani Chakraborty, my co-host Sujit Kujur, and some other support staff of Central Library Visva-Bharati, and my colleagues in the online audience. So we would like to mention that this is kind of a moment of satisfaction that at least we could communicate what we wanted to our dear participants, because there was some point where we thought that we may not be able to run this show or start this show, but finally we could, though there were some changes in the schedules, and I am glad to report that all of you have accommodated those changes. Anyway, so at first I would like to request our Honorable Head, Department of Statistics, Professor Sudhanshu Shekhar Maiti, to address this session with his valedictory address. Sir, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all learned participants, including me. All of you have seen that I am also a participant in this program. Very good afternoon to all of the participants all over the globe. Now it is basically the formal winding up session, but though it is a formal closing session, but our social networking has been increased, we are definite. And this relationship will grow and grow through this the open management system, and this is the approach we are trying to connect with the people more and more socially, but keeping the physical distance among us. So this is the time now to follow this one. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor was very keen to meet with the learned participants, but for his last moment urgent work, he has conveyed that he missed that opportunity to meet with the learned participants, but always his inspiration for us, He always enthusiastic and he always transmit this to us to continue this program. Uh, in this program, uh, throughout this 1 week program, there is a little disturbance, and second day we just stop the program. But as soon as uh, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Bidyut Chakraborty, who very often tells that he is not the Vice Chancellor, he is one member of this Visva-Bharati family, and he just told us that, no, you proceed. Whatever the obstacles are there, but on an average, 160 learned participants, they are eagerly waiting for this resourceful deliberation and this open source learning management system. So you please continue. I must thank Professor Chakraborty, the head of this of the Visva-Bharati family, for his encouragement, and we again continue this one, and we just I will not use the word complete. We just complete this session officially, but we will remain connected, and we are basically we are all the open resources to you all the times. We are ready to serve you. We are our resource person, starting from Professor Anupam Basu, uh, Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay, Professor Dr. Arup Kumar Boksi, our young faculty, young colleague, Dr. Tirthankar Ghosh, ever young Dr. Arani Chakraborty, and Dr. Nimai Saha. All are there. All are always open to you. Anytime, any problem you face, you may call them, you may contact them, and they are always ready to help you. Then there may be, it will be, our conference will be more and more successful if you practice these technologies very open, and you also reach to other your students and other family members. There is so many platforms. Some can use Canvas, some can use Moodle, or some can use some other platform. But we come to know some technologies, some ideas where how we can use these technologies and we can reach to the students. Number one, so it is basically the reachability. We can reach more and more person at a time. A teacher can reach a number of his students. So this platform gives you that opportunity. Another thing is that what I can find that most of the times in our physical classes, in our student age, we find that some classes, due to some reason, we may be absent-minded, then, or we may be, it may be that we miss some classes, we are absent in some classes, and for that, for next day or for next week, or we have to wait for 1 month to meet with my teacher and we get some clarification. So that difficulty will be removed in this particular system, where your lecture is always there, even you are absent-minded in your class, or even you are absent in your class, you can immediately get the when you need this lecture of this particular teacher, and you can learn this one. So there is the ample scope of relearning, and so many
uses, so many advantages are there that we can utilize. So every system, there is some positive sides, some negative sides, but we will always try to grasp, or we will try to assimilate the positive sides, and that positive sides we have to just utilize. And from this 1 week e-workshop on open source learning management system, what we get, we will try to apply in our day-to-day life, we being the teachers, we being the different administrators in different organizations. So we will try to best utilize that one. And when we will go to the utilization of that one, when we will try to apply that one, we may face difficulty, and I assure that our young colleagues, our research persons are even always there to help you if you need that help. So with these few words, I will just finish my lecture. Before that, I will request some of my say participants to share their feelings, their views. I know that they will render so many good words. I know that one, but I am not expecting that good words. But what I need the constructive criticism from you, the constructive comments from you, how we can develop this, how can utilize this, and I may request you to restrict your feelings within 2 or 3 minutes, and positively we will wind up the program at 12:45. Thank you. Thank you all. So now it is open. The platform is open for your comments or sharing your views, sharing your different ideas. But I request you your views or feelings within 2 and 3 minutes.
Dr. Ghosh, may I? This is Devraj Chakraborty.
Okay, okay.
Sir, I am an alumni of Visva-Bharati. First of all, I convey my sincere thanks and regards to Upacharya, Professor Vidut Chakraborty, an esteemed scholar of political science, and the Vice Chancellor of Visva-Bharati, Shantiniketan.
Devraj, kindly be brief, okay? Because
Okay,
yeah,
time is
thank you.
constant. Okay. And indeed, it's a very useful and resourceful resource person are there, were there, and they have given a fantastic observation that we would implement for going through the online study system in our institution. And as Professor Maiti sir has mentioned, that it would be only possible when we will execute all these mechanisms for the development of e-learning system for our students. Thank you very much, the organizers. Thank you very much. It's indeed a great effort from your end. Thank you.
Thank you, Devraj, for your nice comments. Now, actually,
আমি কি একটু বলতে পারি? সরি।
হ্যাঁ বলুন, আপনার নাম বলুন আর ইনস্টিটিউট বলুন, তারপরে বলুন।
হ্যাঁ, নমস্কার, আমি নিলয় রায়, পাঠভবনের শিক্ষক, বিশ্বভারতী। আমি এই 7 দিনের যে ওয়ার্কশপ কর্মশালার আয়োজন করা হলো আমাদের বিশ্বভারতী লাইব্রেরি নেটওয়ার্ক এবং তীর্থঙ্কর দা এর মধ্যে রয়েছেন, বা সুধাংশু দা রয়েছেন, নিমাই দারা রয়েছেন। তো আমার একেবারে একটু অন্য আঙ্গিক থেকে শুধু বলার, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা মানে বিশেষত আমি যেটা আমার অনুভূতিতে পাচ্ছি, সেটা হচ্ছে যে বড় স্টুডেন্ট অর্থাৎ গ্র্যাজুয়েশন লেভেল, স্নাতকোত্তর ছেলে মেয়েদের জন্য, তাদের টিচিং লার্নিং এর জন্য আমরা এই সমস্ত অনলাইনের যে মেকানিজমগুলো, যে প্ল্যাটফর্মগুলো আমরা পেলাম, আর আমাদের ক্ষেত্রটা হচ্ছে একেবারে ছোট শিশুদের নিয়ে, যে এই সময়ে যখন সমস্ত স্কুল বন্ধ, সেই সময়ে তাদের টিচিং লার্নিংটাকে আরো কিভাবে এফেক্টিভ করা যায়, আরো সক্রিয় কিভাবে করা যায় তাদেরকে, যাতে করে আইডিয়ালি বসে না থাকতে হয়, সেই জন্য আমরা চেষ্টা করে যাচ্ছি একেবারে প্রথম দিন থেকেই, প্যান্ডেমিকের সূচনা থেকেই। তো আমার দিক থেকে মানে একজন শিক্ষক হিসাবে আমি খুব উপকৃত, এবং তার জন্য ধন্যবাদ জানাবো যে আমরা আমাদের সীমিত সামর্থ্যের মধ্যে দিয়ে ছেলে মেয়েদের কাছে পৌঁছানোর চেষ্টা করছিলাম, কিন্তু এই ধরনের যে একটা ওয়ার্কশপ, এবং সেখানে যে আরো নানান দিক দিয়ে আমরা সমৃদ্ধ হলাম, এবং সেটা আমাদের আগামী দিনে এই ছেলে মেয়েদের, বিশেষত ছোট ছেলে মেয়েদেরকে তাদের কাছে আরো আকর্ষণীয় এবং আরো সক্রিয়ভাবে পঠন পাঠনের ক্ষেত্রটা এইরকম একটা সংকটময় অবস্থায় আমরা পৌঁছতে পারবো। সেই জন্য আয়োজক যারা রয়েছেন তাদের সকলকে আমার আন্তরিক কৃতজ্ঞতা এবং ধন্যবাদ জানাই।
Thank you, Niloida, for your kind words. And I know that is a different ball game dealing with kids, and especially those who are in schools. I also have a kid, and I do face all these issues. But anyway, I think we should sit with you together to do some work on this regard, and we can do that. And that is should be done. Anyway, I would like to request, I see in the list of participants, there are some administrators of the institutes, like 4 principals we have and 2 vice principals. So I'd request, if one of you are at least all of you are there, then to put your views, like Principal Asansol BB College, Dr. Amitabh Bosu, are you there? Probably not. And then Principal Achama Bhargsi, Jabbalpur, some medical science university or something like that. And then Shambhavi Kumari, Milia Kamij Fatima Women's Teachers Training College, Purnia. Probably you are also not there. Then Sarika Saxena, and then Miss Sonali Kumath. Now morning in charge Midnapur College. Okay, I'm sorry none of you are there, but I found their feedbacks in the feedback regarding different sessions. So they were pretty much active. Probably they have busy schedule and they moved on from this session. Okay, we can hear from 2 or 3 more participants, though we would like to hear all of you, but due to time constraint we cannot, and that's why we are sending feedback links to all of you so that you can put your thoughts on the sessions. And today we will be sending you another feedback form regarding the whole sessions, what you have gone through over these last 7 days. And now 2 more participants I would like to request to put their views.
Good morning, sir. Hello.
Go ahead.
Sir, I'm Gora Pundit, lecturer, Rampurat Government Polytechnic.
Okay.
Actually, sir, this session is very helpful session. Though I need some practice, that is very important. And we collected the assignment through email for our students. But now we get so many opportunities through this.
Your voice got cut, so we could not hear what you said. Repeat it. I'm sorry. Yeah, now you go ahead.
Sir, actually this is a very helpful session, and though we need to some practice, this is very important. And our opportunity is that we will get the videos again in your YouTube live and your online Vidya Charcha, and we need practice. We face so many problems now in these pandemic situations to collect the assignments from the students, but that is solution we get from this session, means your this workshop. It will help us a lot, and thanks to the organizers, and thanks to all.
Yeah, I got your.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
That might be the ending by your institute. So what you can do is you either a Moodle Cloud
Hello.
account, though it is
Yes, sir.
free. Otherwise, you can go to
Hello.
what Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay has said. You can accommodate 500 students. So if your school or if your department has lesser student than 5,
less than 500
are very
students.
nicely. Yeah, so then you can
In my department,
go to Gionio, you host Moodle over there, and you work on exactly what we just showed, and you have all the trainings, and you can see it now and then. So that's how you can address that issue. So
Sir,
thank you very much.
if we face some problems, if we want to contact with you, then how will get your number, sir?
Yeah, you have my email ID. I would request all of you who wishes to contact us. You have the email ID. You contact us. I can guarantee you that I will reply within at most 24 hours. Okay.
Your email address where I'll get.
Yeah, in the flyer, conference flyer, it is there. In Vidya Church also, it is there. So nothing to worry.
Okay.
Okay. So you
thanks,
contact any of us, so that will be there. Okay,
Thanks
we
a lot.
can ask. We can ask for one more participant to put their views, put his views.
Hello. Good afternoon. Can I speak in Hindi?
Yeah.
सबसे पहले मैं आदरणीय निमाई दा और तीर्थंकर घोष सर, सुबोध दास, सबको मैं तहे दिल से शुक्रिया करना चाहता हूँ। मैं बहुत काफ़ी समय से जुड़ा हूँ विश्व-भारती से, और लगातार जितने भी वर्कशॉप हो रहे हैं आपके निर्देशन में मैं करता आ रहा हूँ, और सब जितने भी वर्कशॉप हुए अब तक, सब में अलग अलग तरह के जितने भी ज्ञान मिल रहे हैं हम लोगों को, वो काफ़ी फायदेमंद है। एक तो करियर के पर्सपेक्टिव से, दूसरा एकेडमिक पर्सपेक्टिव से। और मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ निमायदा से, एक रिक्वेस्ट है मेरा कि अगर संभव हो सके तो आने वाले भविष्य में मैं चाहता हूँ कि रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर के ऊपर, फिल्मों के ऊपर, उनके प्रकार जो उनकी रचनाओं पर फिल्में बनी है, अगर उसके ऊपर कोई वर्कशॉप हो जाए तो मेरे लिए फायदेमंद होगा इस तरह से।
Okay, thank you. You can email that to Nimaida. Okay, thank you very much. Especially, I would like to request. There are many people from South. South means southern India. There is one person, Koilas. I spoke to you beforehand. Can you put your thoughts, because you are also working on Moodle for a couple of months? Are you there, Koilas, or anybody from his institute like ICOR? Probably he is not there. Actually, they are also. Sukumarda, would you like to say something?
Yes, I would like to put at least put my appreciation. First of all, the way you organized it, it was very nice and incorporated a very resourceful person like Arubda, Parthoda, then Arunida also gave and Nimaida on open source learning. So the areas definitely given us many information, how we can use the information, like how we can use the canvas for preparing the content development, how we can use also the Moodle, and definitely the open source learning as provided by Nimada. It was really a very nice, and earlier also we have learned from Parthuda in some other base on the same subject. So definitely all the participants have benefited out of this webinar. And I do hope that it will continue. And this is the first time that we are getting this opportunity in Visva-Bharati. So the participant would be looking forward many other sessions so that they can really make this platform useful, especially in their online lectures when they would be delivering their online lectures for the student or any of the webinars they would like to connect. But the way the inputs are given, it was really very nice. So I congratulate not only Tirthankar but whole team members, including Nimai then Aranida. So then definitely Sudha and Kojur. So all the members, they were really very actively engaged and given the inputs. So with this, definitely I will look forward in futures that other participants also will take advantage of this and they will connect in future to this group. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. And now I would like to request my co-host.
Sujit, could you, because he always works very silently, nobody actually learned about him so far. So I request him to put his views.
Hello. So I feel the program is very success because we find that we have constant participants. It's around 160, 170 like that, and all are very actively participate. And the response we received, it means that all are listening very seriously and take all the sessions very nicely, patiently, and they learn a lot. And I assure that this kind of program we can host not once, time to time we can host another session with another topics also. Though from the library we are organizing so many workshops in different aspects of Visva-Bharati and the various dimensions we are touched. And this 1 week webinar using open source learning management system for online teaching is very much relevant for today's scenario. Though this in this pandemic situation, the main challenge for the teachers and students is to how to continue with the study, and I think we come with some solutions with Moodle platform with the online Vidya Charcha. Tirthankar are and their team are doing the fantastic job for hosting this kind of webinar and design the Moodle platform. Though many institutes are yet to be touched these things, and we are already started and make the platform. Especially the RNA Chakrabarti sir, given the virtual lab concept, which is very essential um, for any teaching method, especially the science and technology background. And obviously, all the speakers are very nice and they deliver very effectively, and it is affected all the participants in various manners. I think the main result we will get when they go in practical sessions, when they try to design themselves and involve themselves to Moodle platform or whatever they want. And of course, one and all, thank you all the participants and fill all the feedback forms. And very short, we will send you the your certificates accordingly as you attended the session. After shortening and everything, we will provide you the certificate very soon. Thank you, Tirthankar. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Sujitda, and Sujitda is his PhD viva is scheduled just today in the afternoon, so we all wish him all the best, and we are sure that he will be successfully defending his PhD defense. And now it's the last part of this particular session. I would like to put the vote of thanks. At Visva-Bharati, actually, we always try that academic activities must go on, and we glad that we could, even in this particular difficult situation also. I think this relatively newly method of teaching is required not only for a situation like COVID, but also this has a greater reachability and very positive impact. And understanding this, I started practicing this 2 years back, and I treat myself that I am a late runner. Anyway, so if this e-workshop helps you in any form to enhance your teaching ability, then we assume that we made a success. So that's my point. Now, let me thank the people associated with this event. At first, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who momentarily approved and encouraged us to make this happen. Nimai already has told the background that at which point we approached and how did he encourage us. We would also like to thank our Honorable Registrar for her kind support. We must thank our Principal Sikha Bhavan, that is Dean Sikha Bhavan, for his kind encouragement and his nice speech at the inaugural session. I am grateful to our Honorable Head, Department of Statistics, Visva-Bharati, for his encouragement and supports to make this event a success. I can remember that when I talked over phone that I wish to make an event like this, he momentarily told that you go ahead, and if you don't ask for money from me, then I'll be happy. But I'm thankful that logistic supports like WebEx and all this. Support for this particular event. You always said you go ahead and I would help you in all possible ways I can, including the technological help and other things like the sharing the WebEx and all these things. So thank you, Nimai again. Sujit, the librarian and co-host to this event, worked silently throughout last 7 days, and no thank is sufficient for him to just pay our gratefulness to him. And still, thank you, Sujitda. I'd like to thank other personnel of Visva-Bharati Library Network like Ajay Kumar Sharma, Dr. Ajay Kumar Sharma, Dr. Kaushik Ghosh, and many others for their untiring supports for success of this event. I must thank the support staff of Central Library, Visva-Bharati. I'd also like to thank my colleagues in the Department of Statistics for their supports in making this event possible. And I definitely would like to thank Aronida also, because he also always convey my thanks to Director NIT Durgapur. Despite his busy schedule, he has been always kind enough to address us and guide us whenever we needed. He addressed us earlier as well. Thank you, sir. I thank you, Dr. Arup Bokshi of Alia University, for his generous support, and actually extending this workshop to 7 days was his suggestion. We initially proposed it for 5 days, but he suggested to extend it to 7 days so that participants can grab the thing more effectively. So that's how we can tell you that how helpful he is always. I must thank Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay of Kolani University for being with us in multiple occasions and his generous support. And I must thank to our beloved participants, without whose active participation this event would not have come to a success. So I thank you all, and if I missed anybody, I apologize for that. And thank you all. Have a nice time. ahead and stay safe in this difficult time.